Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Halo Effect. As usual, I am your host, Robert Lockhart. Let's talk some baseball, huh? Well, I know I haven't done one of these in about a week. Unfortunately, there really wasn't a whole lot to talk about. But there is now. Spring training games have officially begun, and things are, well, let's just say, getting into the swing of things. So, with that said, there is a little bit of news. One of the big four has finally signed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Bellinger is officially once again a Chicago Cub for the next 3 years anyway. Seems like he came down on his price, but I mean, he's got an opt-out after every single year. He has an opt-out after this year. He's an opt-out after next year. Apparently keeping his options open. Yeah, shows a lot of loyalty there, Cody. But anyway, what do I know? In this particular case, at the very least, he'd be playing in 2024 in Chicago in the North Side. So, hey, Cubbies, you get things going, give him more money, and hey, he'll be yours. Of course, keyword money. It's always a keyword for people like him. Regardless, Angels have played about 3 games thus far this spring. Off to a bit of a slow start, but haven't looked too bad, to be honest with you. In this particular case, again, it's just 3 games. You know, they tied yesterday with the Dodgers. Lost both split squad games today against the Royals and the Reds. But again, it's very early. You're only like a couple days in the spring training games. It takes a little bit to get used to. So, anyway, another article came out today saying that the Angels are the prime team to land either Blake Snell or Jordan Montgomery. I sincerely hope that works out. I mean, we all know what happened with the lefty they picked up last year. You know, technically his name's Tyler Anderson. I just call him Crack Oh No. You know, he throws the ball, the guy hits the ball really hard, you just go, oh no. But, I don't know, that's just me. I mean, he did give up hit after hit after hit. The guy's ERA went way up. It skyrocketed. But, again, Matt Wise, I guess, just wasn't a very good pitching coach. Barry Enright seems to have some pretty decent insight. Victor Metaros had not a bad start. He actually didn't look too bad. He was a little bit more around the plate than he usually is. Usually he's really wild. But he's doing a little bit better. So, no major cause for complaints. So, anyway. Getting into a few other things. There were a couple of interviews held with the Angels, one with Trout. Of course, they always got to bring up the whole thing about him being traded. This has been going on for way too long now. Guys, the man finally just came out and said, I want to be here. I want to be with this team. Sure, I can take the easy way out, jump ship, go to another team that's already contending and win a World Series. Sure, I can do that. But that's the easy way out. Winning a championship with this team right here is like far sweeter. It's just far better for him. That's just really what he wants to do. So that's the reason why there's been no Mike Trout trade, even though there's been so much speculation about it. Guys, if you wanted to be traded, it would have happened already. And now he's flat out said it. If I want to be traded, just not saying that it will never happen. Don't know how things are looking in the future. I can't see that far ahead, but for now, this is where I want to be. I want to win a championship with this team. For me, that is far sweeter than anything else I can possibly do right now. So, guys, how about we kind of move on from the Mike Trout trade thing? You're beating a dead horse. You're seriously beating a dead horse. Now, I can basically call myself a hypocrite in that particular case because I've beaten dead horses many, many times on this podcast. I've, reiterated how many times, that the Angels need a frontline starter. They need the number one guy. They still do. The way that their rotation looks right now, you're going to have Anderson, you're going to have Patrick Sandoval, you're going to have Reed Detmers, Chase Silseth, and Griffin Canning. That's the way things are looking right now. Guys like Davis Daniel and Kenny Rosenberg are kind of waiting in the wings. Rosenberg pitched today, gave up one run. It wasn't too bad. It could have been far worse for him. I mean, I've actually seen it when he pitched once. He gave up a ton of runs, but that's neither here nor there. He seemed pretty decent today. I didn't really get to see any video because it was only on radio. So, aside from that, from what I understand, he looked pretty decent today. Now, on that note, also there's young guys coming up through the ranks. Like I said, Victor Medeiros, I think is how you pronounce it. Looked pretty good yesterday. Let's see. There's Caden Dana is their top pitching prospect, but he's like a couple years away. He's not ready for the bigs. He hasn't pitched past Double-A. Jack Katanovich, same thing. He's pitched in Double-A the last couple of seasons. They seem to be really high on him. His control has been not great. His control has been very, very lacking. His command is not too bad from what I understand, but his control he's missed the strike zone so much. Again, now I'm going to beat one of my other dead horses again. Billy Epler guy. He chose him. Wouldn't have been me. I probably wouldn't have done it, but that's neither here nor there. So, the other article that I read had to do with Anthony Rendon. And as we all know, Anthony Rendon the last 3 seasons has had season-ending injuries. I mean, he didn't even last halfway through the season. He didn't even last 60 games. He was like 47 one year, 53 another year, and then 43 another year. That's not good. We need more out of him. We definitely need more out of him. He's still a very talented ball player. He's incredibly talented. He's Gold Glove caliber third baseman. He rakes like crazy when he's healthy. Ropes doubles left and right. Has decent power. Can hit for like 20 to 25 home runs on a season. We need that kind of production. We need that kind of production in the lineup. And the man just hasn't delivered. Now, the article is basically him saying, baseball's a job for me. I put my faith and family ahead of this 100% of the time. Okay. Are you basically saying none of the other guys do? I mean, Trout's a married man. He's got a kid. You think he doesn't want to spend more time with his family? He's got an entire offseason to do that. Yes. Baseball's your job, man. But it almost sounds like you're basically saying I've been milking these injuries to spend more time with my family. I highly doubt that. But when you see an article like that, the idea kind of creeps into your head. I sincerely hope that's not the case. I really doubt that's the case, but I sincerely hope it's not. Because, dude, if you're pulling stuff like that, that's just not cool, bro. That's one of those things. You might as well just say, hey, can you release me so I can continue to make the money that you owe me? I want to spend more time with my family. Honestly, that's what I would do. I'd say, all right, well, you're continuously hurt. If we release you, we open up a roster spot for somebody who wants to play, and we'll pay you out the rest of your contract. You'll get your money, and you can spend as much time with your family as you want. So, by all means. That's just what I would do. After hearing something like that, honestly, it's what I would do. But then again, I'm not. That's just basically speculating that he has no passion for the game. His article, the interview he had kind of sounded like it, but I can't imagine that he has no passion for the game. I can't imagine he doesn't. Otherwise, he wouldn't be here, unless money is his only thing. He is a Scott Boras client. We all know this. That's pretty much their main focus when it comes to their job. But again, I'm speculating. That's neither here nor there. I'm not exactly trying to call him out or anything like that. I'd like to see a full season out of him. I'd like to see at least 100 games out of him. If he can at least give us 100 games, that'd be wonderful. So I'm hoping. At this point, I know Mike Trout's determined. He has gone on to say, I want to be my MVP form again. So I know he's put in a lot of work. I know he's talked to the new hitting coaches, and he's really kind of worked on his stuff to make sure I'm going to be my MVP form. I'm shooting for MVP caliber again. So if he's healthy, it's Mike Trout, dude. He's always in contention for the MVP if he's healthy. And the last couple of years have been unfortunate. Torn calf muscle, then the broken hamate bone just by a fluke on a swing. So I think he could do it. I think he's got another MVP run left in him. Hell, I think he's got like 2 or 3 left in him. The man's in great shape. Yeah, he's 32 years old. But my guess is he's still going to make a major MVP run, at least over the next 5 or 6 years. So hey, Aaron Judge, be on your game, dude, because Trout's coming after you again, man. He's looking to take his title back. So in this particular case, I would say I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing this season. I'm looking forward to seeing what these new coaches can do for these guys. I've always said these guys had talent. They just needed the proper tutelage. Maybe they have it now. So I'm looking forward to the season. Looking forward to seeing what they can do. I'm really looking forward to seeing if Patrick Sandoval can be the 2022 Patrick Sandoval, because that guy was incredible. And if Barry Enright can get him back to that, I'd love to see if Barry Enright can get Tyler Anderson back to the 2022 Tyler Anderson, because that guy was awesome. So I forget, in 2022 for the Dodgers, he was an all-star. He had a sub-3 ERA, 15 wins. And man, that sounds like an awesome ball player. That's why we gave him 3 years and $39 million. Last year, he certainly did not earn that. He did not earn that one bit. It was... That was a major bust. I'm hoping that this year's different. All us Halo fans are. We are all hoping for something different from him. I'm hoping to see the young guys take their next step. I've liked the swing I've seen out of Moniak so far. The hit that he had yesterday was a shot to left center field. I said that I'd like to see him hit more toward left. That's a nice start, left center. Technically it's more toward left. So, yeah, that's definitely a good start for him. Hoppy is off to a slow start. Again, it's only a couple days into their spring training games. That'll change. Shauna Wells looked good. Again, not much in the power department, but that'll come soon. From what I understand, he's worked out religiously over the offseason. And again, let's not forget, this is his first spring training. He was drafted just last year. He only spent 40 days in the minor leagues before he was called up to the bigs. So, time. You give him time, and that guy's just going to be really good. Again, I don't think he's going to give you 30 plus, but 20 to 25 is not out of the realm of possibility for him, not by any stretch. Zach Neto, they say he again. This is his first spring training. He spent his first full year in the majors last year, so he's still young. He's still getting acclimated to the bigs. He was dominant in the minor leagues. I mean, it was lying in the weeds a bit last year. What rookie is it? You got to have like major, supreme bat to ball skills to be, just right off the bat that good. I'll throw one out there for Washington Nationals fans, Dylan Cruz. You're gonna love that guy. I guarantee you're gonna love that dude. He's. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes your major league roster this year. And he was drafted just last year too. So, again, a good young core guys, a new coaching staff. I see big things on the horizon. Maybe it's just, again, another acclimation year, getting used to the new coaching, progressing a little bit more. But it's on the horizon, guys. I really see big things for this team. A couple of decent additions would be nice, but maybe it's not necessary. Maybe they already have what they need. If they do, hey, you know me. I don't mind saying I was wrong. In this particular case, I hope I am. I really hope that I'm wrong, and I hope that they already have everything they need and they're going to be major contenders going forward. Ron Washington is an amazing manager. He's an incredible manager. And again, for those of us who remember him with the Rangers, that man took a zero team into a hero team, and they were very good while he was their manager. Made it to the World Series twice. Yeah, they lost twice. But they still made it to the World Series. That's saying a lot. I honestly believe that Ron Washington will get the Angels over that hump. And I think that he's going to make them contenders again. So, with that said, I'm going to leave it there. I will talk to y'all later. And as usual, go Halos.